Well, where do we even begin? Introductions, I guess. Might as well. Anyway, Inferno here, and I'm bringing you a video about well, not even but like my experience of Kingdom Hearts on the Nintendo Switch, the cloud versions, I should say. And it is a very interesting port. I wouldn't even call it a port at this point, but it's I don't know, it's depressing, man. Like, honestly, Square Enix really could have just ported over these games, except for like Kingdom Hearts 3 and Fragment Passage game as well. Those I can understand to an extent. Maybe they could even dumb it down even more, but I guess Square Enix are like, nah, can't be bothered. It's too much work for us to do, you know. Let's just slap it on the cloud, you know. Stupid price tag as well. Yeah, you get 20% off discount and stuff, but you know, gotta pay that full price for every game there, which I don't believe they really should have done anyway, but that is the case. So I'll go through each of the games that I played or could have played, and the reason being is that the demo only allows 2 plays, or 2 playthroughs I should say, and after that you can't play it anymore, which honestly defeats the purpose of the demo. You know, like, I get that they don't want you to just blast through the demo and you've seen like the majority of the game, although to be fair, at this point, who hasn't seen the majority of the games at this point? But yeah, so we'll start off with Kingdom Hearts 1. Now, Kingdom Hearts 1, you know, it weren't too bad for me. Honestly, it played quite well. Yes, there was a bit of input delay, I would say by like 0.5 to a second at most for me, but it's not to the point where I press it and then the action comes at like 4 or 5 seconds later. So it was very playable. Graphics wise, it looked like shit. I will not lie to you guys, it just didn't look that great. Obviously because it's on the cloud and we all know how Nintendo servers are like anyway, but that's besides the point. It didn't look too great. It played alright. There's like sound decent issues, like when you skip cutscenes fast, if you can even skip them fast, because sometimes your inputs just get eaten up. But overall, what I played, it was solid. So you know, it was playable, so you could still enjoy it to an extent. But yeah, I don't even know what else to say about it. I wanted to play more, but then the game was just like, nah, demo's done, you know. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, I'll move on to the next game. I thought there was like infinite playthroughs of the demos that I could do at this point. So I booted up Chain of Memories, started that up. That was alright, and we all know Chain of Memories always, I think they had that issue on I think it was on the PS3 version, where you couldn't, when you're like in a card duel, you couldn't basically couldn't mash out of it. Sometimes it would just eat up your inputs all the time, so half the time you'll lose. It literally happened so many times on what's his name, Ansem, but straight from the plate. Booted up the game. It looked, you know, as expected to look on a cloud version on the Switch. It wasn't that great. Played well. Surprisingly, the input delay and stuff wasn't too bad as well. It's like similar to Kingdom Hearts 1. The game cut off for me when when I got to Leon. It just stopped there, and well, I was going to say Squall, but you know, whatever. Yeah, literally just stopped there, which I don't know, it kind of hurt me inside because I was actually starting to enjoy it. It's been a while since I've played Kingdom Hearts, like the older games. It's been like a few years now actually. And then I was like, oh, you know, let me boot it up and see if I can play again. Boom, I was met with a message saying, yeah, you've played the game too many times, bye bye. And I was just like, bro, what? I said, how is this a demo if it lasts for like what, 20-30 minutes or so, maybe even longer? I wasn't even counting at this point, but to only limit the user to play what, twice, and then literally it's like, yeah, you can't play this one anymore. So I couldn't even play Kingdom Hearts 2, you know. And that's probably like the main thing I want to say. Now probably there is a way to like go around it, and that's probably like make a new account, or if you got like spare profile users and all that, you can probably play it. I don't know. I couldn't try it out because I made a new profile, but you need to be signed in, and I was like, I really can't be bothered to sign into my other account right now because I can't even remember the deals for it that much. So I'll get back to that, but you know, I probably won't be missing too much from it because I only get to play like what, 30 minutes or so. Which, if that's the case, then with certain games you wouldn't even get to like the first area before the demo ends, pretty much. But overall, the 2 games that I played from the 1.5 and 2.5 collection were decent enough. And yeah, if you got a good internet, then you should be fine. Like I have gigabit internet, right? But I don't have the LAN adapter for the Switch, mainly because I just don't even play my Switch half the time. But my router is like literally right next to me, so I wouldn't expect any drops. But now we go to the fun part. So I booted up, what's the next game? Dream Drop Distance, and I played that for a while. It wasn't too bad, although for whatever reason it started to like, server started to like kind of crap out, and I know it wasn't my internet because I even checked like on my phone, my laptop and everything, and it was flawless. So I was like, okay, well, what's happening here? It don't help that Nintendo's hardware is like really not up to date in terms of like Wi-Fi technology and stuff. But yeah, overall it played well, with the like a few hiccups here and there, which was to be expected at some point. But I mean, it's cloud version. What more can we even do? Now we move on to 2.8, the Fragment Passage game. We play as Aqua. That game, holy shit, I don't know what happened during my initial playthrough, but it got so bad. Like, it was just, oh, your internet is gonna cut out. Oh, no, sorry, not my internet. The game's gonna cut out if your internet's like not up to date, but like fixed, basically fixing your network connection. It's literally on 1 bar, 0 bars, and it don't help that when the message pops up, it blocks out like the screen, you know, of like the text and stuff in game. So it's like, okay, if you're playing and you're trying to read it and it just pops up, it just literally just fucks everything for you. Graphic wise, it's, I mean, I'll be honest, it looks poor. It probably didn't help that for some reason my internet or whatever was just, I mean, my internet was fine, but for whatever reason on the Switch it just wasn't working properly. I wouldn't even say it wasn't working properly. I think it was the servers that were just messing up, because the initial like Nintendo Switch Wi-Fi bar and all that is like full, and then when I'm in game it's like, no, 1 bar or 0 bars, and it's just like, hello, what's happening here, you know? But from what I played, I still enjoyed it. But yeah, on a cloud-based thing, it's not the one. It's really not the one. It don't really help that, you know, if your internet just goes down, that's it. But now we come to the final one, Kingdom Hearts 3. It is playable. There is a bit of input delay, as usual, like pretty much every other game in this collection on the Switch. But I think my issue is basically the Nintendo servers. They're not that great. I have the best internet here you can get in the UK, but apparently it was on 1 bars, and I'm like, hello, what's happening here? You know, I've even had people that have played it with their LAN adapters and they were still getting issues, so I'm not too sure what's happening there really. Overall, it's basically I'll just say the game is playable, but I wouldn't really recommend buying it, mainly because the fact that, okay, say for example you're on the final boss, right, and then the servers just go down, boom, that's it, you cannot continue. You basically have to redo that fight again, and then for whatever reason, if someone is speed running the game, which God heavens, I really hope they don't do it, you're basically like at the mercy of the Nintendo servers, maybe even your own internet at this point. you know, because if something goes wrong, literally that is it. Basically can't finish it. Well, yeah, I mean, for the price, I wouldn't get it. I would not get it. Even though there's a 20% discount on the store, I wouldn't get it. Square Enix, do better. You guys could have easily, I wouldn't say easily because I'm not a dev or anything, but you could at least made the effort to put the majority of these games native, right? Yeah, it would probably look like crap. It would probably run at 30 FPS or less to some places, but at least it's there, playable, and it's not at the mercy of flipping Nintendo servers or whatever the cloud servers are on, really. But I guess Square Enix are like, nah, too much work. Just slap it on the cloud, get some quick money, and move on to the next project. So yeah, if any of you guys are even looking to buy this, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth the trouble. So yeah, if any of you guys are looking to buy it, just don't do it. That is literally it. Just don't buy the game at all. You know, maybe I think Square Enix said, oh, they might look into doing it in the future. My question is, they've had some time to do it, you know, so I don't know. Obviously we all got the whole COVID situation and everything, fine, cool, but you know, if that's the case, then at least say, okay, you know, we can delay it a bit and, you know, make the attempt to like at least make it native for like most of the titles, you know. For whatever reason, they just don't want to do it. So yeah, Square Enix, do better, you know, because basically people have been dying for this to come on the Switch, and you basically just shagged them and just said, nah, here's a cloud version, take it or leave it. Oh yeah, I shouldn't be laughing about that, but yeah, it's a bit of an unorthodox video. Usually I have like a script or something, but I said, you know, I'll just wing it at this point because I don't think it's worthy of a script. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do, and yeah, take care, don't buy the game, and use your money on something else. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.